Welcome to Drivecast episode 89 with me.
And me.
And CJ. And today we're going to go ahead and go through your Q&A questions. So you guys might realise that these past few weeks we haven't answered any. So that means we're quite far behind. So we're going to go ahead and go through all of them. We're going to treat them as actual topics. You guys getting actual video, like a full hour-long video of us talking about stuff. Now, you might notice a few people might have repeat questions because obviously it's from 2 weeks, so people might comment it twice and stuff. And there might be a few same names here and there, but basically this is going to be a whole week where we just talk about your guys' Q&A questions and we use those as topics because there's really nothing happened in the community. CJ wanted to talk about fucking how Apple have gone downhill. That's so gay. That's so gay. I'm not talking about that shit. What else did he say?
Oh, Vine got shut down.
He wanted to talk about Vine being shut down. What the fuck? What is there to say about that? It was shit anyway. It was cut. No one cares. Anyway.
It's just funny because it relates to YouTube in a way because you have all those Vine compilation channels that have to be shut down now because they can't make any more.
Well, they don't have to be shut down.
They're irrelevant. Yeah. That was 2014. They are irrelevant.
No, that was 2013.
Even more irrelevant. You fucking retard. You just made your point even less valid. Retard. Right. So the first question comes from Ville JRH, and his question is, what would you prefer the most? Need for Speed set in Detroit, San Francisco, Miami, or Las Vegas?
Detroit. It just feels, for me, well, not necessarily San Francisco, but the whole Bay Area. For me,
Japan,
at least.
I think would be the best to set Need for Speed in.
Like, I like the whole Bay. Like, if for San Francisco, I'd prefer not just San Francisco, but the whole Bay Area.
You've not. I would 3 times. You've literally.
I'd agree with CJ on that because it's the Bay Area is very similar to LA in that you have well, you don't really have a desert, but you have like mountainous areas. You have the cities. You have some long stretches of roads.
Yep.
Yeah, fields and shit. It's just there's a lot of varied environments in the Bay Area, very much like LA.
I want Japan.
And I'd also like to see Detroit because that would be like
Detroit's boring.
It'd be a great place for like a most wanted type themed racing game, like a really gritty type racing game.
Maybe if it was based on that, but I don't. That's just boring. Having just Detroit being, this is just gonna be a city environment and that's it. I want like my mountain roads. I want deserts. I want a lot of things.
Like overall, if we had to pick.
Okay, it's not like you said that 4 times.
Yeah, it's not like you said that.
Okay. Yeah, but I've not been the opportunity to speak. You guys spoke. I haven't spoken.
But overall, compared to Detroit, like the next Need for Speed game, the Bay Area would be a really good place to set it.
I want to go down the toge.
Hey.
And then I want to go on the one gun. I want to do the one gun loop and go. And then I want to do the Tokyo drift in the do screw ya no the screw and I screw ya no screw ya no.
I agree.
So that's what I want to do.
Honda Civic.
I mean, it would be a good time to put out a Japan type game because since we're kind of used to driving on the wrong side of the road with Horizon 3, there would be such
nothing to do with
trying to be comical. It's not working. You've made no one laugh. There's gonna be that one person in the comments who's like, "I found that joke funny, CJ." No, you're wrong. You're factually incorrect.
Cab, you're mean.
You're factually incorrect.
Why do you have to be mean, Cab?
No, there's a difference between being mean and just telling the truth and telling you how it is. I'm just telling you how it is. I'm not going to lie to you like your parents probably do. They probably tell you that you're not a mistake. You're definitely a mistake. You know they were having sex one night and then you just fucking accidentally happened.
I love how you started ripping CJ a new anus, and then when you said you're factually incorrect, your mouth didn't move.
Oh, I saw that. I just noticed it.
Cam's a robot confirmed.
Well, on the version which everyone's actually gonna watch, my mouth is moving fine.
Hey,
so
fuck it.
That's all that matters, really. You guys keep freezing for me as well. This is really, really weird. I'm really hoping that it doesn't start lagging like it did last week as well. That was really, really bad. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead gradually make our way through the rest of the comments. If we do it at this pace, we're not going to make an hour. We're not going to make an hour. But you know what? Oh well. The next few questions comes from Customer Dudes Racing Content. And his questions are, what's your favourite Nissan, excluding the Skyline models?
Shit.
Hey, fuck shit. I would say the S14 Kaluki.
Kaluki?
I'd have to say the 180 SX.
Why?
Because I like it.
Why the 180 and not the 240?
Well, any of those. It doesn't matter.
Oh, well, any of those. Oh my god.
Why? Fine, Nina. Why did you like the S14 Kaluki?
Oh no, I was just saying that to meme.
Oh.
But actually, no. I'd say the S14 Zenkalin.
Really? The Zenki? You prefer the Zenki over the Kaluki?
Zelenki.
Yeah, I think so. I think I prefer the Zenki over the Kaluki.
That's really surprising. I don't know what I would say. I do like the 350. I like the S15. I like the GTR.
Oh man, I totally forgot about I forgot about those models because I would say this. Nissan is probably one of my favorite car manufacturers just because it has
so much variety.
So many cars that are on near the top of my list as far as cars that I like the S15, S13, S14, the 350, 370Z, Skylines. Oh, it has everything.
I've just googled Nissan sports cars just to re-jog my memory, and S15, 370Z, 350Z, GTR.
Fairlady.
All the Silvias. That's what I said. I said 350Z.
Oh, okay.
You got the 2000 GTRs. But
yeah, see, since CJ is very uneducated on cars, he thinks of the Fairlady as a 240Z.
No, I think of the Fairlady as the Datsun.
You're fucking stupid.
Retard.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm confused. Never mind. I'm just bamboozled.
The same guy who didn't know what a turning circle was about 30 episodes ago. I'm never gonna forget that. That's always something that I will remember. You didn't know what a turning circle was. That is a disgrace.
You're a turning circle.
But just to kind of round off the topic, I'm gonna say S15. I think if I couldn't say R32, I'd say S15. I think the S15 is one of my favorite cars to come out of Nissan in a very long time. Even though it's really old, so that doesn't remember sense. I don't know, there's something about it. And also the aftermarket scene, with all the kits you can put for the S15, is obviously you got your Rocky Bunny kits, but then you've got different kits. There's is it a
Ings plus one?
The Ings plus one. There's an Ings plus one kit. Pretty sure there's a Voltex kit or something for it. There's loads. There's loads of kits for it.
Yeah, oh my god, the Voltex kit on the S15.
It's really, really nice. And it looks good and I don't know, there's just loads you can do to it. And obviously it comes in different versions. I'm pretty sure there's a turboed version, but at the same time there's a non-turboed version you can get. There's loads of just different options with the S15. So I'm gonna say the S15. The next question, someone's saying, guys, from Custom Dudes, his question is, will you ever do another 2-hour episode of Drivecast?
That would be cool, but we would have to have a load of topics to talk about. Or it'd have to be a special.
Why are you speaking like you're doing a commentary?
I don't know.
You're speaking as if you're a professional car reviewer, a professional game reviewer. And this is the most beautiful car in the world.
Oh my god, it's those types of niggas who sound like they've never touched anything in their life. Sound like they never fucking grabbed their dick. Fucking... Anyway, we'll be able to do a 2-hour episode of Drivecast. Okay, this is something we were genuinely thinking about doing, is for maybe episode 100, do prank calls and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That would take 2 hours in itself. That genuinely would. That'd be hilarious. We were thinking about doing prank calls and just having a few guests on and just going in for the 100th episode, because 100 episodes is huge. That's a huge thing.
Yeah. I remember thinking of prank calls. I remember a few nights of last summer, not this past summer, but last summer, when we remember when we called that one LA dealership. I think it was a Rolls-Royce dealership or something, and we said that we needed a car for a wedding.
Oh my god, and I called up and I said I needed a Rolls Royce, and I put on an Arab accent, and I was like, I need a car really fast, I need it for my wedding, can you get it all, please? And he was like, I've never heard anyone needing a car in 3 weeks. And I was like, I know this is exception one, need the wedding. I was like, oh my god. No, but I'm genuinely down for prank calls.
Like a beast.
I'm genuinely down for prank calls if everyone chips in for Skype Premium for a month.
Yeah.
I'm down for that. Like, that would be hilarious. I think that could genuinely be a really good episode of Drivecast. It's just something special for 100 because, I don't know, I feel like if we were all here, which we obviously would be for the 100th episode, and we had guests and shit, that could just end up so badly in a good way.
Like, how many guests would you think we could have?
1 or 2.
For 100? 1 or 2, yeah.
2. We don't need
Don't
there's no point getting loads and
get
just
it.
having it completely rammed. We might as well get 1 or 2. And realistically, there's only 1 or 2 people I can think of off the top of my head anyway. So, yeah, we're gonna do another 2-hour one eventually, probably for the 100th episode, maybe. We don't really know. It depends how things fall, really, but we'll definitely do one in the future. The 100th episode is going to be the next big one, I think, because it's getting to the point now with Drivecast. It's like, this is the 89th episode, you know, like, that's huge. Like, it's not like before when you go to before when you get to the 10th episode, it's like, oh my god, it's 10 episodes. We're at 89 right now. Like, milestone, the next big milestone will be at 100. It's not like before where 50 was a milestone and then 25 was a milestone and 10 was a milestone. Like, they're becoming more like spread out because of how many episodes we've done. So, you know, it will happen, just not as often. I feel like there's no point in just having another 2-hour Drivecast just to do another 2-hour Drivecast. Like, if we have topics and we are just talking for 2 hours, I'm sure we'll end up doing it. Like, it's not a case of like we usually aim for an hour, but if we talk for longer, we talk for longer and we just keep going. That's how we usually see it.
Yeah,
like,
we're not like professional podcasters where, for example, Keemstar is in the middle of arguing with Colossal's crazy on his podcast, and then he just cuts it at an hour. Like, okay, now we've reached an hour, we're done.
Or even a better example is SourceFed. They have to stick to an hour because that's part of the production thing. Fuck that noise. We're just talking on Skype. Like, realistically, the only time we'll ever stop at an hour is if someone's got a place to be. If someone on the podcast has got to go somewhere, that's the only reason why we stop. Or because we're running out of topics and we've got nothing else to say. And the last question comes from Crazy Custom Dudes. I'm pretty sure he's got another comment on the next episode of Drivecast, but we'll obviously talk about that in a minute. His last question is, what's the craziest / funniest thing you've did? That's quite a broad question. So let's say on YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube, the funniest thing I did on YouTube.
Okay, that's it's hard to think about that as well. Like, what do you mean, like as a YouTube video or
thing? It's just a thing.
For me, I have to say my Welcome to Horizon 3 video.
Shit.
That was shit. If that is the craziest thing you've done on YouTube, you've had a shit fucking.
No, that's not crazy. That's the funniest, at least for me.
No, I have this thing planned with a friend in January, and it's where I'm gonna get all my group of friends from school, and it's kind of gonna be like if you ever seen those like Car Throttle sit down interviews, it's gonna be kind of like a combination of that, but it's gonna be like, it's not gonna be legit at all. It's just gonna be it's gonna be absolute AIDS. My friend Matt has a Honda Civic, and he says VTEC life every time he gets in it, and I'm near him, so we're going to do a car review in his Honda Civic, and all of my friends are going to be asking him questions, like interview questions, and we're just going to be like just shitting on his car's day. It's going to be really good. We have it all planned out. It's going to be great.
I've got to say the whole EK drifter thing was quite funny.
Oh,
Black Hippo 458. That was
Black
quite,
Hippo
that was
458.
quite a funny
Hey,
time.
that's
quite a funny
back. That's going back.
That was quite funny when I left Up to Speed. That was quite a good time.
I remember watching that episode.
From the
You're like,
AR-12 crew. That was quite a good time.
Wait.
In the middle of that, at the end of that episode of Up to Speed, you're like, I have something to say. This is my last episode. And he just left.
And I genuinely didn't tell anyone. That was the greatest part about that. Is like they legit knew as much as the viewers.
Didn't you only tell Martin?
I only told Martin, and no one else knew that was coming. Like that was jokes. As I'm leaving. Yeah, getting abuse from AR-12's crew like that.
Wait, when was that?
Dr. Tom and all them lot.
Oh, when was this?
That was when me and Jay were getting abused from them.
I don't remember
that. Was like a year ago. I don't know how you don't remember that. That was pretty huge.
Oh, is that when Dr. Tom called Jay an irrelevant YouTuber?
Yeah, and then he couldn't.
An irrelevant.
He went for all of us, and I was like, that was a pretty good time. And then I saw him in real life, and he didn't look at me anyway. Legit looked at I went to that Forza event, and I saw EK, and EK kept giving me looks. I'm like, nigga, just say something to my
Why
face.
can't I imagine Dr. Tom being chained up like a dog on a leash to AR-12?
I was just there. I'm like, I was just there. I don't know why you're atting him. Like you're some next level keyboard warrior. I don't know what you're saying, CJ. But in my opinion, I didn't know anyone there at that Forza event. I literally knew no one. I turned up and I started talking. I still don't know what this guy's name is. I don't know if he's a YouTuber. I don't know if he's just a Forza paint creator. I still don't know who this guy is. I was talking to some random ass guy who I've never met before, and he was showing me his simulation gaming setup, and it was like, oh, it's sick. And then I see EK there on the side, and he keeps giving me looks, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna carry on talking to this guy and just chill on my phone for a bit, and then AR-12 scripts over there with like that. Dr. Tom and
This
all
is AR.
them lot. And the funniest thing about that is they all followed me on Twitter after that, and I didn't even fucking speak to them. I didn't even speak to them, but they all followed me on Twitter. I'm like, what the fuck? How does that make any sense? It makes literally no sense. I was literally in the corner by myself playing the game in the end of the day because everyone knew each other, and I was there like, oh fuck, I'm here on Thea's behalf. What do I do? That was bad. It was a good and bad time. It was a good and bad time. And the worst part is, I remember this. Everyone was licking Ralph Fulton's ass. I remember that. It's like they had the game up on a 4K screen. It did look very nice, in all fairness. It did look very nice. But oh my god, the fucking ass licking was too much. I remember people saying shit like, this is going to be the best racing game ever. And I'm like, oh my god. Come on, don't.
It's very hard to think about all of those YouTubers in one room. It kind of like it reminds me of what high school would look like in a YouTube edition.
I think it was Theo I was messaging at the time. I was telling him, I was like, anyone who I've had issues with on YouTube is at this event right now. That was literally every single person in that room I either didn't know or had an issue with, and that was just how it was. And I found that
because that's what I mean. Like they were all in cliques or groups, as you explained it, like
gangs.
I was just there, just enjoying life, having a great time. I'm pretty sure Ralph.
We're out here in Mexico. What's happening?
No, it was the community manager for Forza. I explicitly called him a cunt on Twitter before when he didn't fucking reply to me after I made like 10 tweets to him. I called him a cunt. I was like, "Oh, you fucking replied to me, cunt." And I saw him, and he shook my hand, but I don't think he knew who I was. If he knew who I was, he definitely wouldn't have shaken my hand. So I said that was one of the funniest things I've ever done, to be honest. I feel like the whole going to Ghost and Need for Speed, that was another crazy thing, and that was a lot less controversial. Oh, actually, that was one thing that came out of that. I don't know why I don't know why AR-12's group don't like me, including him himself. Obviously, do you remember when he did that glitch video ages ago?
Yeah, for Need for Speed.
I called him out. Yeah.
For Need for Speed video, yeah. I commented on it. And I was like, this is disgusting. You shouldn't be doing this when you're getting invited to all the events. And he used to follow me. He doesn't follow me on Twitter anymore. I don't think he likes me. I genuinely don't think he likes me. I don't really care. I'm going to voice my opinion. But I genuinely don't think AR-12 likes me, which I find to be absolutely hilarious. Like, literally, I don't think there's... I think there's... If any, a very select few of small YouTubers like me who've got the attention of others and there's people just don't like me. I think you can pretty much look at most big YouTubers and they've got something wrong with me, or they know who I am. That's actually really weird. AR-12, I'm pretty sure, is not a fan. EK is not a fan. The only ones I can think who actually like genuinely can get along with me, I'm not sure they watch my videos, GTA Wise Guy, Theo, and Game Riot. Those are literally the only three.
Who's the third guy?
Game Riot. He does like Let's Plays and stuff, like playthroughs.
Oh, I've heard of him.
That's all I can think of.
God, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that was it. So AR-12, I feel like I wouldn't really like being friends with him because he seems like the type of person to put business before friends.
Oh yeah. Like his entire like
I don't want to comment because I don't know him personally.
His entire like YouTube community just feels like a corporation.
I never said he was. I'm just saying he seems like the type of guy.
But also his YouTube like thing, it just feels very his YouTube persona too. Just feels very businesslike.
Yeah,
it's like
and
he
like
feels
he has his friends on Twitter, like or not on Twitter,
like
on his website as like moderators. Like, this is your job, and if you don't do this, you're not a moderator anymore. It's kind of like
he also has like a site and shit where he's like writers and stuff. Like that's
There's
fine.
nothing wrong with having.
I know. I mean, that's not. I know, but still, he just has like a bunch of people who he like
works
associates
with.
That
he has a business.
Yeah,
What's wrong
yeah. I know, but it just seems like even him just acts way too businesslike in his videos.
I know. I'm just saying, like I feel like he would put like he would use his friends in his
views.
business.
What are you talking about, CJ? You're talking.
My God.
He uses his friends for views. What the fuck does that even mean, retard?
Oh, that's not actually. That's
You've
not what
used
I
friends for views, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Mate,
Carry on, Nine.
mate.
You're using friends for views right now.
I used the wrong word there. What I meant was like he uses like all that shit because it's
just stop
too
speaking.
business.
You're just digging yourself a hole. You're literally just digging yourself a hole. I don't understand why you just don't stop speaking. And you're like, Cameron, please continue the subject. I will continue the subject.
This is what CJ's face looks like when he tries to explain something. The thing is, he.
There's no need for that, CJ. Absolutely no need.
Are you fucking kidding me?
CJ, there's no need. I don't know why. I can remove you from this group. Don't think I won't remove you from this group, because I will.
I wouldn't mind a one-on-one conversation with Cam.
Right, let's have a one-on-one conversation. Oh, fuck! Oh my god! That's taking up the whole screen. Let me quickly get rid of my border, so it's just me and you.
Hey, fuck it.
He doesn't know when to stop, does he? CJ doesn't know when to stop.
See, and people criticize Cam for kicking people from calls, and when CJ is host of calls, all he does is kick people. It's karma.
Skype has a new feature where anyone can kick anyone, and we made an agreement not to do that, because that's a sly move, and he did it.
Well, that's on him.
We've given him a cooldown time. I'll add him back.
Fucking dickhead.
Yeah,
he ain't getting no pussy looking now.
He's not getting no pussy looking. Have you learned from your mistakes, son?
What happened? What occurred?
Have you learned from your mistakes, son?
What?
Have you learned from your mistakes?
You're a cunt. That's what I learned.
Right. I guess you haven't learned your mistakes then. Right. Let's carry on with the podcast. just because my son has autism doesn't mean that we should be delaying the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to make... I mean, CJ might have something against the AR12 group, but I have nothing against you guys. Yeah, I mean, whatever, I don't really give it. It's not that deep to me. But yeah, that was pretty funny when AR12 unfollowed me on Twitter because I called him out on making on a glitch video. I don't think glitch videos are that bad if it's like for example, like customization glitches and stuff. But when it's
if you're abusing...
boosting,
no.
It's when it's boosting, that's what pisses me off. It's like... Especially from what he did, it was like an XP boost.
It's a rep glitch, yeah.
You just don't need that, man. It's not even like it's hard. It's not hard to get XP in Need for Speed. So why do you need to boost? It makes literally no sense. It was
kind of like all he did was just like go to the observatory in El Rey and like sit next to this jump, and it would count as him being in the air, and it would just give him countless XP for airtime.
It's like that's the type of shit that fucking Mr. Boss for the win does. It's like,
yeah, exactly.
It's not needed. It's not needed in this community. I don't want it in this community. That's why fucking what's his name? That one GTA YouTuber who tried to come in before with Need for Speed.
Dom is Live.
Dom is Live. I'm so glad that he just faded out. That could have ended really, really badly if fucking...
he's basically a drama alert now. He's a news channel. He's a drama channel. Yeah.
He went downhill. Fast.
So he just basically followed trends.
He wouldn't have made it on Need for Speed anyway. I'm surprised Need for Speed got that enough traction for someone like him to come onto it. Like, that's surprising. Right, should we add CJ back or should we wait for a bit?
I think we should add CJ back, and if he decides to be a little bit of a prick again, hey, fuck it. You know?
I'm gonna fuck you in a minute. Have you learnt from your mistakes, son?
Are you gonna stop?
Have you learnt from your mistakes? Just tell me if you've learnt from your mistakes.
I learned shit. I'm on Twitter right now just reading shit.
Why have you got to be some edgy me? You're trying to be some edgy teen. It's not working. Just say that you've learnt from your mistakes and that you'll be better next time and you won't make the same mistakes. That's all I
What?
asked. That's all I asked. I didn't ask you to fucking give me an essay on what you've done wrong and right. All I asked you to say was that you fucking understand and you apologise for being a bitch. That's all I asked. Is it that fucking hard? You're not edgy. You're being a cunt.
Well,
There's no
I'm
one here
sorry.
except us. It's me and Nina. It's literally me and Nina.
I don't go off on people when they disagree with my opinion, or they go when they say something that I don't like. I'm sorry, but that's just the vibe I get whenever you cut me off on Drivecast.
Do you not realize what you just did? You just kicked Richard for no reason when we were having a fluent conversation.
He cut me off.
I didn't cut you off. You weren't even talking.
That's not how this works, CJ. That's not how this new Skype system works. We've already agreed that we won't kick anyone. And I had to kick you because you were breaking the rules, and I'm not a fan of rule breakers. So, do you understand what you've done wrong, son?
What happened?
Oh my god, it actually pains me. Right, I'm going to bully you for the rest of the episode. Epicness5 says, would you chop your dick off for unlimited Forza wheel spins?
No.
No.
Yes.
Why would I do that? I want to be able to whack off.
Zane plays Dirt 3 says,
your penis is small anyway.
If you could pick any company...
Well, we're about to find out.
Okay, so you kicked... Okay, you know what? Fuck off. You fucking kicked Nina for interrupting. I'm going to kick you for interrupting, you bastard. Zay Plays Dirt 3 says, if you could pick any company...
That was unnecessary.
No, it wasn't. You did the exact same thing to Nina. Fuck off. Zay Plays Dirt 3 says, if you could pick any company or manufacturer to sponsor you, who would it be and why?
Oh, man, that's hard. That's a hard question.
I replied a week ago saying Nissan, lol. So, my answer is Nissan. I imagine the reason why I said Nissan was because of the... It was literally because of what we said earlier about the variety of cars Nissan have. There's so many cars that you could have asked for. And the whole Nismo, like the whole Nismo thing as well. Like they've got so many things you could ask for.
Okay.
I would probably go with
R32s, GTRs, GTR Nismo.
I'd take either Liberty Walk or Rocket Bunny, because then I get them kits.
But you don't get the cars though. I mean, would you? Would they supply you with cars? I mean, they could.
I don't think they would give out the cars, but I think you'd be able to drive some.
But yeah, if you
which doesn't necessarily mean you own them.
Nissan though, they could legit like source you some next level R34 or R32 or whatever.
That is a true one.
Well, R34 would be still illegal in the United States, so.
Am I in the United States? No, I'm not in the United States. So why the fuck do I give a shit about that? That doesn't apply.
That doesn't apply.
I don't know. I think. Liberty, I feel like Liberty would give you a car, not loads like Nissan would. Like Nissan would. Nissan could
I feel like
they'd supply you with cars, but I feel like Liberty Water they'd quite gladly give you like a 911.
Yeah.
They give you a 911 or something like that. Like I reckon they would, or a BRZ, like a really fucking tuned out BRZ. But I don't know if I think it would make more sense to go with a dealership, like an actual like company, with the cars. I don't know. That's a hard question actually. Nissan is the obvious option because I like a lot of their cars. But then you got like Porsche. Imagine if you were sponsored by Porsche.
I don't like Porsches.
Ferrari.
I want to be sponsored by Rough.
Or like Ferrari or like Lambo or something like that. I mean, I don't know. That's a weird one. I'm gonna say Nissan. I'm gonna go on a limb and say Nissan.
I'm gonna lock in my answer for Rocket Bunny or something. Yeah.
I'd say something like Honda.
Oh, you're fucking gross.
Gay.
I gotta get the NXX. NSX.
NXX.
I need to get that
NSX.
NXX.
Right, here's a question then. So, okay, so let's go around because Nini, you've kind of changed my opinion on this. But let's go around and go for a manufacturer each and a like aftermarket company each, like performance aftermarket company each. Because I feel like that makes the most sense. I obviously said Nissan. CJ said Honda. You're gonna say Mazda.
Mazda. Hey, fuck it.
And then,
what the fuck? You guys did that both at the same time.
Don't compare me to him. I'm not the same.
Don't compare me to him. I'm not a tower head.
A tower head?
Don't compare me to him. It doesn't look like I've got fucking acne all over my forehead. Anyway, continuing to what I was about to say.
I don't jizz on my forehead, so that's why.
That makes literally no sense.
Exactly.
Aftermarket company. CJ, I know you're going to struggle with this one because you didn't know a 240Z was a Datsun earlier on. But we're gonna make sure we can give this your best go, okay? I'm gonna say an aftermarket company
right.
that I would want sponsored for me is HKS. I think because HKS do so many like different things. I'm pretty sure they do springs as well, don't they?
I was thinking about them. Like, I was thinking K&N, HKS. I was thinking of a few of those.
Or maybe something fancy like a Sparco.
Ooh.
But Sparco are
wouldn't
quite
mind
limited in
having
what they
one.
sell. HKS, literally, they sell everything from... I'm pretty sure they sell everything from turbos. I'm pretty sure they sell springs, you know. I'm going to Google that. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they're mainly to do with, like, power upgrades. But I'm pretty sure they do springs. No, they do springs. They do lowered springs. Oh, no, they don't.
Oh, my God. Okay. No, there's quite a few things. Wow, K&N does a lot of...
Or do you go with a rim company? Do you go with someone like 5052?
Oh, I didn't even think of rims.
Or, like, do you go with someone like fucking Voltex and, like, Veilslide? There's actually so many things you can go with. I'm going to say... I don't know, because I feel like a lot of the power upgrades are probably going to be the most expensive. Like, HKS...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking,
the
like...
most expensive. But then rims can be really expensive. If you get some HRE rims, the forged rims, they're fucking really expensive.
Rotoform rims, I was looking on this one website.
Yeah.
$1,500 for
Rotoform
rims.
Just for
all four or just one?
Yeah, just for one.
That's highway robbery. Fuck.
It's not because it's all forged and like handmade. And handmade shit is it's expensive for a reason.
Handmade quality shit right there.
Did you answer yet, or?
Cam,
I'm procrastinating.
HKS. Oh my God! So you have. Jesus Christ! So they make everything from the exhausts, everything for forced induction, everything for suspension, fuel and ignition. Yeah, they have quite a few suspension parts.
What? I didn't know that. I thought it was just power stuff.
This is just like, okay, I'm just going to go into one of these columns being forced induction. They have blow-off, superchargers, turbochargers, wastegates, intercoolers, boost controllers, piping, and turbo manifolds.
I've just gone onto their site as well. Are you on their site right now? Oh shit, they do as well. They've got, oh my god, yeah, I'm gonna go HKS. I didn't realize HKS sold so much. Okay, so I'm on the site as well right now, and obviously the product goes exhaust, force induction, suspension, fuel and ignition, intake, engine, electronics, drivetrain, cooling, exterior and fluids, and then apparel. Imagine you roll around in a fucking racing suit everywhere. Look at that fucking Stig. Yeah, I'm going HKS in my answer.
HKS.
Is there anyone like HKS then? That's like, thinking about it realistically, is there anyone that sells everything? Because I can't think of anyone that sells everything.
Let's see.
I can't think of anything else.
I know you would be able to,
it's because I don't know. I don't really look into that kind of stuff. I really just don't really delve into that.
Spoon are the only other company who I can think of who do literally everything like that. Because they're only Honda though, so that's different. That's like, it's not... HKS is so much broader. I feel like HKS is more kind of like aimed towards Nissan, to be fair, and like Nissan and Toyota and stuff. More so like Honda's quite specific. That's why they've got Spoon. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me.
I really should start looking more into like aftermarket body parts and stuff, because I literally don't know as much as I should. I really should know more. Like, honestly, I don't know much.
And CJ, don't answer if you don't know what you're talking about. You've got an MX-5. I was watching Mighty Car Mods, and they're two MX-5s, one supercharged, one turbocharged, and they were doing tests against each other. Essentially, you pretty much kind of like, from what I gathered, it made more sense to supercharge an MX-5 if you're gonna do it. What would you do? Mainly directed to Niner, because I know that CJ probably doesn't know the difference.
Well, I know.
I don't know if I wanted to make the MX-5 a legit drift car.
Not a drift car, just a car, like just a car, like just
a normal car.
A road car.
Or whatever,
since I'm obviously whatever you envision it to be. I would envision it just to be a normal car, like a normal just a road racer.
So this is basically asking, would you rather have high acceleration in low gears or high acceleration at the top of the gear?
Well, the supercharger in the MX-5 on the one they showed, it was like the acceleration was constant, but it was accelerated, if that makes sense. So like you just got to the red line higher. You got to the red line faster, as where boost kicked in more.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Like you it's quicker in the lower part of the RPMs for a supercharger, but for the turbo it has to kick in
more constant once you reach... throughout the whole thing. Is the best way to, as where a turbo kicks in violently towards the end, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know what you mean. This is hard for me because obviously since I'm American, I've heard superchargers so freaking much regarding like even pickup trucks having superchargers and stuff. For me, if it's just gonna be a casual road car, it would have to be what I want to hear, and it's really hard to pick between either having that really sick turbo spool at the end of your gears, or having that supercharger whine.
I feel like the supercharger whine would annoy me. I'm not sure if I'm the only one. Do you not feel like it'd annoy you? I don't know. No. I feel like the blow-off valve is something that I would never get bored of. Just going and the fucking the wastegate. I feel like that would be something I'd just never get bored of.
I think I'd go with a turbocharger because I feel like especially if you have a manual car and you shift up and you hear that gear shift, that would be so rewarding.
Because they were talking about it and it makes sense to get a supercharger, but I don't know. I feel like a turbo. I like the idea of it fucking just getting really violent in the high ends. I like that idea. It'd be really cool. I think genuinely, like, if you were being realistic, an MX-5 would be a perfect place to start learning about cars. Like, from an internal perspective. Because everything's so easily... Like, it's just a perfect beginner's car. That is literally the best way of explaining
it. It is. It's pretty small.
It's like... It's not even that. It's like... So it's 2 seaters, rear-wheel drive, front-engined. And then the amount of parts you can get for an MX-5, you guys obviously know that the MX-5 has a huge aftermarket scene. And then, like, I don't know, I just feel like it would be the perfect car to learn tuning and stuff.
And especially since it's so light, it'd be such a fun car to take out to, like, track days.
Especially if it was boosted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially if it's boosted. Like, what's that guy's name from Car Throttle?
Alex.
Yeah, his MX-5.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
Loads of YouTubers, like, Evan Shanks has an MX-5. Obviously,
TJ Hunt's friend.
What's his name? Calvin,
yeah.
He has one. Loads of people have it. And I think there's a reason why everyone has them. It's because they're so good. Mm-hmm. Like, there's obviously the reason why there's one. I think MX-5, they're genuinely... People think they're overrated. I don't think they're overrated. I think they're genuinely... No. They are good for a reason. Like, people, like, use it for a reason. CJ, I can tell you playing games because I can hear the fucking vibration.
Well, honestly, I have nothing to add to this conversation right now because I don't know.
Move your controller away from the microphone so I can't hear the vibration.
Yeah, I don't know jack shit about what you're talking about, so.
And you call yourself a car guy.
Call yourself a car guy. Doesn't know. We're literally only talking about turbos and superchargers in MX-5. That's literally all it is. It's nothing complicated.
Well, I don't know really much about the insides.
Go back to the Call of Duty community, please.
well, I can call myself a car guy because I like cars. I appreciate cars, and that's
so really basically what you're saying is you're like everyone else at your school, where they just say, "Oh yeah, I like cars," and they don't know jack shit about them.
Well, obviously, I know more than your average car person, but I don't know as much as you guys. I don't know much of the inside of cars and stuff. Like,
right, next question comes from the racer you want to be, and his question is, he's got a few questions. How tall are each of you? I actually don't know off the top of my head. I don't want to put a ballpark figure out because I don't even know. Like 5'6", 5.
Jay said you're like 5'6", yeah, 5'7".
Ha, I'm 5'9".
Yeah, I'm 5'9", 5'10".
Fucking, I couldn't imagine that. I could not imagine Niner being 5'10", you know. That'd be fucking weird.
No, I'm definitely 5'9".
That's like you're like not far off Jay.
How far? How high? How high? How tall?
5 inches off of Jay.
Yeah, Jay's about 6'4".
I'm significantly smaller than Jay.
Yeah,
but
we
like,
both
that's
are.
Not far off.
That is
to
far
me,
off.
like from me to him, it's like what? There's a fucking giant.
My head would be like up probably to like his eyebrows.
Oh,
probably.
eyebrow, yeah.
That's so fucking weird. The next one is again still from the race you want to be. What would be your ideal family car?
No, we talk about.
I've read that wrong. I've read that wrong. He said favorite family of cars. For example, the M3, the Skyline, etc.
The Integra.
Gross.
There's only two. Is that really
No,
a family?
No, you have the 89 models, you have the early 90
Yeah,
models,
but
you have the mid 90
still-
models, and then you have the
essentially-
DC5.
It's a
That's like
so
four models.
There's like the DC2, the facelift, and DC5. That's.
There's also the ones that came out in the 80s. I can't name them off the top of my head, but the 89 models, they look nothing like the early 90s models. They don't look anything like it.
I'm gonna
But
say,
there's
I'm
like,
gonna, I'm
and
gonna
plus
say,
after that you have the DC5.
I'm gonna say the M3. I think the M3, or maybe the 911s. I don't know.
Oh.
There's something about that. I really, really like them. So I'm gonna say M3-911. Reason being, the M3 has stayed constant throughout. Like, obviously it's got a bit bigger as time's gone by, and it has changed ever so slightly. But it still has like that same core essence. Like you can still tell it's an M3. And then same with the same thing. It's that same thing with the 911. There's little changes, but it's still the same car, which I can appreciate. So that's my answer.
You know something that comes full circle back to what we were talking about? The S chassis.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Literally S13, S14, S15.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I can appreciate that. I can.
I would
why,
also
just the
say though,
just any Sylvia, like
Yeah.
full stop.
M3 though is a very strong answer because I love the E30, I love the E36, and I love the E46 and the E92.
And the F80. The F80 is fucking sick.
Man, there's so many.
And there's so much you can do to the fucking M3s as well. And you don't even need to. That's the thing. Is the M3s stock alone are fine. Like, then you just leave it alone. It's
Yeah.
fine. But you can if you want, and that's just fucking sick. Even with the 911s, there's so much you can do to the 911s when thinking about it. For like considering it's like a high-end, almost supercar, it's like you can do a lot to those cars, like Liberty Walk kits and stuff. Like there's a lot you can do to those cars. But yeah, that's my answer. His next question is: have you guys ever played the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift on PS2? Kind of.
No. Kind of.
Wait,
I mean, kind of.
Played it on an emulator.
Yeah.
It didn't really work properly.
Hold on, let me see which Fast and Furious game I have.
I played the only Fast and Furious game I ever played was Showdown. That was shit.
Trying to think.
Like that was like actual dumpster
I think I had
trash.
that on 3DS, but
Oh, shit.
my sister bought it.
That should be even worse. 'cause on
Hey,
PC
fuck it. I think this is Tokyo Drift, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is Tokyo Drift, the one with fucking
I
Japanese
think-
writing on the front. You
I
retard.
think
Fucking Down syndrome.
that sounds like something I would say.
Next question. It comes.
Yeah,
from...
but the thing is, CJ, is that's the only retarded thing I've said in the Skype call, and you've said like at least 15, 20 retarded things so far, so I don't even want to hear it.
Stuff you guys
I
eat.
don't even want to hear it from you. Don't even want to hear it.
Just
the next
stuff that you
question
guys
comes
think
from
retarded when it's really not.
again, still the race you want to be, and he says, "What's your ideal rallycross car dash gymkhana car?"
Ooh,
So- Let's say you've built it. Let's say you've built it and it's to your spec. I'm gonna say, and I've already got an answer for this, so I'm gonna go straight up. All-wheel drive, ridiculously powered, Murcielago.
I was not expecting that. What the?
Liberty
For
Walk,
Gymkhana.
Murcielago,
Murcielago?
Murcielago, Liberty Walk kit.
for
Boom.
Gymkhana.
Yes.
I just can't
Or
imagine
rally.
that.
Not rallycross. You couldn't rallycross that for
No,
gymkhana.
yeah, no.
I mean, you could if you raised
Oh.
it.
Wait. So you're saying two different cars for both the Gymkhana and Rally?
Yeah, let's do gymkhana first because I kind of
Cross.
answered that already.
Oh, two different cars. For Gymkhana, I definitely go for like a Ford Fiesta or something.
So you've got every single car on this earth, and you're gonna pick a Fiesta.
Well, for stuff like Gymkhana, that just seems like a nice little car to whip around in. So
That's like me saying I want to go and get a Pontiac Vibe, and say that sounds like a nice car to whip around in.
well, you also see Fiestas being used in Gymkhana, so it's.
Let me reenact what you said. You also see what Gymkhana has for Fiestas. Sorry, I just need to reenact what
I've
you
already
did.
got a rallycross car in mind, so should I quickly say it?
Hold on. I got to think of my Gymkhana car real quick.
You can, nigga. I just want to say, man, bro, I can do my pair, nigga, and you do your pair.
Okay.
Lancia in Integriale. Delta Integriale. That would be my rallycross car. Imagine that with a Y body. That'd be fucking sick. So I want one of those, or a Focus RS. Nice and simple. Done. Those are my two answers.
CJ, you go next.
Oh, for rallycross, I'd have to go something like a Focus or a Fiesta. Not a Fiesta. Sorry, I'm dumb. A Focus.
So you go Fiesta for both Gymkhana.
No, just for Gymkhana. But then
Use the same car. He'll use the same car for both. He's like, I'm saving money.
I said Fiesta for Gymkhana, if you were listening, and then I used Focus for Rally X. I mean, true. The Fiesta's just smaller.
True.
I didn't even say true retardedly.
True.
You have no right. You have no right.
You have no right
to
to see a Lancia rallycross car. That would be so sick. That would actually
You're
be
a Lancia.
so sick.
Yeah. You're a Lancia.
Just because I didn't put the same fucking answer for both.
CJ is the type of person to say, I want to take a Ferrari 458 off-road.
This isn't Horizon 3. Get out of here.
Oh, that was a good one.
That's a good meme.
So I would go. I would go with for Gymkhana. I would probably, definitely, more than likely, positively go with a
Cool. So going on to the next question.
Hold on. I didn't say the thing. The off-roading, definitely go with Impreza. Impreza all the way.
I can see that.
Impreza for off-roading, and for Gymkhana, I would get a Silvia. Yeah.
That's fair enough.
You're a Silvia.
Which one? S15.
Yeah, Silvia S15. That's what I meant.
Okay. Last question again comes from a custom dude. And it's literally it's questions that are directed to me and Jay, but that stupid idiot person isn't here today, so I'm just gonna answer it instead. First question is, how do you feel about the UK leaving the EU? That's genuinely the question.
That's a bit late. But...
I voted to stay in, so as you can imagine, I'm not very happy about it. But there's nothing we can do about it now. On the bright side of life, we're not as fucked as the US is with Donald Trump, so everything's okay. And
I would actually prefer Trump though.
Clinton and Dash.
Yeah,
Clinton,
just so we don't get Clinton, I'd vote for Trump.
Yeah, just
either way, I can guarantee you that someone's at least gonna try and attempt.
It doesn't matter.
They're both shit.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're both horrible people.
You're fucked.
They're both horrible.
I just said that just so CJ reacts to it and says, "Oh yeah, I'd definitely go for Hillary because Hillary is."
No, I hate Hillary.
I'm feminist.
Hillary. I don't
think you realise that Hillary is the lesser of the two evils here. You actually would vote Donald Trump. That's a madness. I don't understand that. You're actually running your country into the ground.
Hillary wants a war with Russia. All right.
Donald Trump wants a war with everyone. That's what you don't realise. He wants a war with everyone. He legit called out Mexicans. Do you know how many Mexicans are on this fucking earth? You know how many Mexicans would fuck him up? I don't think you realise.
Yeah, but you do realise that Mexico's way less of a threat than Russia is, despite the fact that Mexico shares a border with us.
Mexico isn't the only place that he's talked about. He talked about North Korea before. Do you not realise North Korea got nukes? Them niggas got nukes.
Yeah.
You realise your ass gonna get nuked regardless. It doesn't matter if you vote for Trump or Hillary. Your ass gonna get nuked regardless. It won't, but there's a possibility that there's a higher chance of you getting nuked with one of them two in than Obama. Put it in that way. You're fucked regardless. Regardless, the thing is, Hillary is still the lesser of the two evils. She's a criminal. Trump is a businessman. He's a businessman. He's not a person to lead. You can't lead the country if you're a businessman. It doesn't work that way.
Well, you can.
Well, you can, but you don't do a very good job of it, as is quite clearly proven in all his fucking debates, where he hasn't answered any of the questions which people have asked him.
Wrong.
So, although you can take the piss out of him all you want, but he's going to be your president soon.
I mean, either way, they're both horrible people, but honestly, like, we have two horrible candidates, but we also have two kind of pretty good vice presidents. Like,
So what I want Trump for president and Keemstar for vice president. Boom.
and that way your country is completely fucked. So going on to the final little question. It says, how's the school system in the UK? I actually kind of want to talk about this. Shit. There you go, done. That's the end.
That was a good one.
That's the end of the question. If you actually want me to
fuck off.
talk about the school system in the UK, well, it's very, very broken. They need to. The education's broken as a whole. That's basically it.
It can't be as bad as the US system.
No, it definitely isn't. You guys are fucked all around in everything, so it's fine.
But then again, I've never been in the public school system because I go to private
Everything's
school.
a lot stricter here. Everything's a lot more regulated.
Just everything just seemed like a lot more.
Oh no! See here, public schools, everyone dresses like sluts.
No, that's California.
Oh yeah. That's what I like.
Here,
That's
everyone-
the shit I
here, everyone-
like.
Everyone in public school here dresses like they're messed up on meth. That they
That's one
dress up
thing I
like
wish we
trickies.
had of
I asked.
though, is the fact that people fucking because you guys could go in own clothes. That'd be so much easier if we could do that in school. It's obviously you could do that now in university, but we couldn't do that in school. Wish we could.
Well,
That would have been great.
I have to wear a uniform every day, but I'm fine. I like wearing a uniform.
I hate wearing.
It's just one less. It's just one less thing I have to think about in the morning is what to wear.
I don't think about things now. I just
Yeah, I don't
put
think of
on whatever
anything.
I have.
I
Then
just
again,
grab
you
something.
Then again, you guys are regimented to not have to do that, but I'm
not, 'cause I
regimented
had to
to
wear
have to
fucking
choose that.
uniform and all the way through school.
No, I'm talking about now. You aren't because you're in university. You could wear whatever the hell you want, but I have to wear a
It would have
uniform.
been the same through school if it was like that. I would have picked up whatever. It's not something.
Yeah.
I don't sit there thinking about my outfit, thinking, "Oh, do these jeans go with this? Does it match my watch? Does it match my?" No, I just put on whatever. This is literally. I picked up this. Oh, you see my legs? Beautiful legs.
Oh,
I just picked this up. I just wore it. It was like, oh, I need something to wear. I'm not wearing any underwear. I haven't worn underwear.
I just got some
What?
got some cargo shorts, as you do. So got some cargo shorts, and I just grabbed a random T-shirt and boom.
Bish bash bosh, real good nosh. So that is the end of Drivecast episode 89. We're not quite hitting out,
Wait,
but you know what? It doesn't matter.
Wait.
It's fine.
How long has this? How long's the recording you got?
52 minutes.
Oh, I could have swore it felt like 20 minutes.
No, it was 52 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Drivecast. If you did, make sure to go ahead
I
and hit
didn't.
like, subscribe. FC, Jeremy remembers to put our links down in the description. We will see you guys in the next episode. Any last words before we leave?
Cam's a cunt.
It was very nice without Jay. I don't like really aggressive people on podcasts.
A bunch of young men, all dressed in black, dancing extremely aggressively on stage.
Kick him from the call. Kick him, please. Kick him.
I removed it from the group. Wildcard.